Okay, then Department of Food Technology and Department of Environmental Science. Are we here? Okay. And the third group, Department of Sociology, History and Ethnography. MZU. The fourth group, History and Economics from PUC. And our last and final group for our finals in this quiz competition, English and Cultural Studies.
Alright, before we start this round, there will be an audience round after this top 5 round, final round, but it will not carry any marks, but there will be a prize. Alright, those who answered the question correctly for the audience. Alright, are we ready, top 5 teams? Are you ready to get the prizes? Alright, without any further ado, we will start the final round. Team 1, are you ready? Let's start from Team 1 again. Alright, we'll start the final round. Starting from Team 1, here is your question. That which cannot be done without. Option A, impracticable, B, indispensable, C, irrevocable, and D, impossible. Your time starts now.
B.
D. They opt for indispensable. B. Let's see if it's correct or not. Yes, it's the correct answer. Give them a big round of applause. Alright, moving on to Team 2. Here is your question. One who cannot be corrected. Options are A, incurable, B, hardened, C, incorrigible, D, unmanageable. Your time starts now. C. Alright, they opt for option C, incorrigible. Let's see if it's correct or not. Yes, it's the correct answer. Moving on to Team 3, here is your question. Remedy for all diseases. Options are A, amoxicillin, B, panacea, D, C, levothyroxine, and D, elixir. Your time starts now.
Option B.
Option B. They opt for option B. Let's see if it's correct or not. Yes, it's the correct answer. Give it a round of applause. Alright. First question to Team 4. Here is your question. Government by the officials. Option A, democracy. Option B, egalitarianism. C, bureaucracy. And D, hypocrisy. Your time starts now.
C. Bureaucracy.
Okay, they opt for option C, bureaucracy. Let's see if it's correct or not. Yes, it's the correct answer. Give it a round of applause. Alright, for Team 5, here is your question. A person who is not sure about the existence of God. Options are A, atheist, B, theist, C, believer, D, agnostic. Your time starts now. D, they opt for D, agnostic. Let's see if that's the correct one or not. Yes, it's the correct answer. This is the round of applause. They all did very well from the very start of the top 5 round. So I wish you all the best again, once again. All right, moving on to Team 1. Again, here is your question. Australian Open 2024 men's singles winner. Option A, Jannik Sinner. B, Daniel Medvedev. C, Novak Djokovic. D, Rafael Nadal. Your time starts now.
C.
Okay, they opt for C, Novak Djokovic. Let's see if it's correct or not. Sorry, the correct one is option A, Jannik Sinner. Alright, moving on to team 2. Here is your second question. Australian Open 2024 Women's Singles winner. Your options are A. Arina Sabalenka, B. Zheng Qinwen, C. Naomi Osaka, and D. Emma Raducanu. Your time starts now. Alright, they opt for option A, Arina Sabalenka. Let's see if it's correct or not. Yes, it's the correct answer. Moving on to team number 3. Here is your second question. 2022 FIFA World Cup top scorer. Options are A. Neymar, B. Lionel Messi, C. Kylian Mbappe, D. Cristiano Ronaldo. Your time starts now.
Option B.
Option B. They opt for option B, Lionel Messi. Let's see if it's the correct one or not. Sorry, the correct one is option C, Kylian Mbappe. Alright, moving on to team 4. Here is your question. Euro 2024 will be hosted by option A, Spain, option B, England, option C, Germany, option D, Portugal. Your time starts now. Time's up. The answer is option C, Germany. Moving on to team number 5. Here is your question. Current IBF heavyweight champion of the world. Options are option A, Alexander Usyk, B, Tyson Fury, C, Anthony Joshua, D, Deontay Wilder. No.
Option na lang.
No, only optional. Your time starts now.
Ano sabi?
B, Tyson Fury. They opt for B, Tyson Fury. Let's see if it's correct or not. Sorry, the correct one is A, Alexander Usyk. Alright, moving on to team 1. Here is your third question. Zozila Pass connects option A, Kashmir and Tibet, B, Nepal and Tibet, C, Leh and Kargil, D, Leh and Srinagar. Your time starts now.
C.
Okay, they opt for C, Leh and Kargil. Is it correct? Let's see whether if it's correct or not. Sorry, the correct one is option D, Leh and Srinagar. Alright, moving on to team number 2. Here is your question. 9-degree channel separates. Options are A, Car Nicobar and Great Nicobar, B, Lakshadweep and Minicoy, C, Little Andaman and Car Nicobar, D, North Andaman and South Andaman. Your time starts now. Option D. Option D. Alright, they opt for option D, North Andaman and South Andaman. Let's see if it's correct or not. Sorry, the correct one is option B, Lakshadweep and Minicoy. Alright, moving on to team 3. Here is your question. The Trans-Siberian Railway links. Options are A, the Baltic coast with the North Sea, and B, Leningrad with Old Kiosk, and C, Buenos Aires with Valparaiso, and D, Leningrad with Vladivostok. Your time starts now.
Option D.
D. You opt for option D. D. Yes. Let's see. They opt for option D, whether if it's correct or not. Yes, it's the correct answer. Moving on to team number 4. Here is your question. Great Barrier Reef, the world's largest coral reef, is located in. Here are your options. A. Caribbean islands. B. Australia. And C. Philippines. D. Indonesia. Your time starts now.
A. Caribbean Islands.
They opt for A. Caribbean islands. Let's see if it's correct or not. Sorry. The correct one is option B, Australia. Alright, moving on to team number 5. Here is your question. What does the 17th parallel separate? Option A, South and North America. B, North and South America. C, South and North Vietnam. D, South and North Yemen. Your time starts now.
A. South and North America.
A, they opt for A, South and North America. Let's see if it's correct or not. Sorry, the correct one is option C, South and North Vietnam. Alright, moving on to team number 1. Here is your question. Article 368 of the Indian Constitution deals with, options are A, emergency provisions, B, duties of Prime Minister, C, amending procedures, D, creation of states. Your time starts now.
Option C.
They opt for option C, which is amending procedures. Let's see if it's correct or not. It's the correct answer. Give it a big round of applause. Moving on to team number 2. Here is your question. When was RTI Act enacted in India? Options are A. 2004, B. 2005, C. 2006, and D. 2007. Your time starts now.
2004.
2004. A. They opt for A. 2004. Let's see if it's correct or not. Sorry, the correct one is so close. It's option B. 2005. Alright, next team, that is team number 3. Here is your question. What can be the maximum interval between 2 sessions of Parliament? Options are A. 5 months, B. 6 months, C. 7 months, and D. 8 months. Your time starts now.
B. 6 months.
They opt for B. 6 months. Let's see if it's correct or not. Yes, it's absolutely correct. Give them a big round of applause.
Yes.
Alright, moving on to team number 4. Here is your question. The preamble to our Constitution makes no mention of option A, adult franchise, B, equality of status, C, fraternity, D, justice. Your time starts now.
A. Adult franchise.
They opt for A, adult franchise. Let's see if it's correct or not. Yes, it's absolutely the correct answer. Moving on to team number 5. The question is, the directive principles of state policy was adopted from option A, British Constitution, B, Irish Constitution, C, Swiss Constitution, D, US Constitution. Your time starts now.
The Irish Constitution.
Alright, they opt for option B, Irish Constitution. Let's see if it's the correct one or not. Yes, it's the correct answer. Give them a big round of applause. Alright, we'll move on to we'll move on to team number 1 again. Here is your question. In the Government of India Act 1990, the functions of provincial government were divided into reserved and transferred subjects. Which of the following were treated as reserved subjects? Options are, there are four options: administration of justice, local self-government, land revenue, police. And you have to select the correct answer using this code given below. Okay. Option A, 1, 2, and 3 only. B, 2, 3, and 4 only. C, 1, 3, and 4 only. D, 1, 2, and 4 only. Your time starts now.
Option A.
Okay, they opt for option A, 1, 2, and 3 only. Let's see if this is the correct answer or not. Sorry, the correct one is option C, 1, 3, and 4 only. Moving on to team number 2. Here is your question. Consider the following statements. Number 1, the Montagu-Camp's Four Reforms of 1990 recommended granting voting rights to all the women above the age of 21. Number 2, the Government of India Act of 1935 gave women reserved seats in legislature. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? Option A, 1 only. B, 2 only. C, both 1 and 2. D, neither 1 nor 2. Your time starts now.
Option B.
Option B. They opt for option B, 2 only. Let's see if it's correct or not. Sorry, the correct one is option C, both 1 and 2. Alright, moving on to team 3. Here is your question. With reference to 8 August 1942 in Indian history, which one of the following statements is correct? Options are A, the Quit India Resolution was adopted by the IACC. B, the Viceroy's Executive Council was expanded to include more Indians. Option C, the Commerce Ministries reside in 7 provinces. And option D, Cripps proposed an Indian Union with full dominion status once the Second World War was over. Your time starts now. B. They opt for option B. The Viceroy's Executive Council was expanded to include more Indians. Let's see if it's correct or not. Sorry, let's see the correct option. It's A. The Quit India Resolution was adopted by the IACC. AICC, okay? Okay, let's move on to team number 4. Here is your question. The Swadeshi and boycott were adopted as methods of struggle for the first time during the option A, agitation against the partition of Bengal, B, Home Rule movement, C, non-cooperation movement, and D, visit of the Simon Commission to India. Pardon? Option C. They opt for option C, non-cooperation movement. Let's see if it's correct or not. Sorry, the correct one is option A, agitation against the partition of Bengal. Alright, moving on to team 5. Here is your question. The Montagu-Camp's 4 proposals were related to option A, social reforms, option B, educational reforms, option C, reforms in police administration, and option D, constitutional reforms. Your time starts now.
Social reforms.
They opt for option A, social reforms. Let's see if it's correct or not. Sorry, the correct one is option D, constitutional reforms. Alright, let's move on to team 1. Here is your question. When the rate of tax increase with the increase in income of the individual, the tax is called option A, neutral, option B, progressive, option C, regressive, option D, buoyant. Your time starts now.
C.
Okay, they opt for option C, regressive. Let's see if it's the correct answer or not. Sorry, let's see the correct one. It's option B, progressive. Alright, moving on to team number 2. Here is your question. The base year for calculating GDP in India at present is option A, 2009 to 10, option B, 2011 to 12, option C, 2014 to 15, option D, 2004 to 2005. Your time starts now.
Option C.
Okay, they opt for option C, 2014 to 15. Let's see if it's correct or not. Sorry, the correct one is option B, 2011 to 12. Moving on to team 3, here is your question. The rate at which banks borrow funds from Reserve Bank of India is called option A, bank rate, B, SLR, C, reserve repo rate, reverse repo rate, and D, interest rate. Your time starts now.
Option C.
They opt for option C, reverse repo rate. Let's see if that's correct or not. Sorry, the correct one is option A, bank rate. Alright, moving on to team 4. Here is your question. Inflation in theory occurs, option A, when the price of essential commodities outstrips income. Option B, when money supply grows at a higher rate than GDP in real terms. Option C, when the exchange rate of a currency falls. And option D, when fiscal deficit exceeds balance of payment deficit. Your time starts now.
B, when money supply grows at a higher rate than GDP in real terms.
They opt for option B, place lock. Option B, let's see if it's the correct answer or not. Yes, it's the correct answer. Give it a round of applause. Moving on to team 5, here is your question. According to Mizoram Economic Survey 2023 to 24, the per capita income of Mizoram for the year of 2022 to 23 is option A, rupees 1,98,961. Option B, rupees 2,33,126. Option C, rupees 2,32,126. Option D, rupees 1,98,961. Your time starts now.
Option A.
Okay, they opt for option A, rupees 1,98,961. So let's see if it's correct or not. Sorry, the correct one is option C. Moving on to team 1. Here is your question. Which country sent its first contestant to the Miss Universe pageant? Options are A, Mexico, B, Nicaragua, C, Malaysia, and D, Saudi Arabia. Your time starts now.
B.
Alright, they opt for B, Nicaragua. Let's see if it's the correct one or not. Sorry, the correct one is Saudi Arabia. Moving on to team number 2. Here is your question. Which country has passed a historic bill to legalize same-sex marriage? Options are option A, Vietnam, B, Malaysia, C, Thailand, and D, Indonesia. Your time starts now.
C.
Okay, they opt for option C, Thailand. Let's see if it's correct or not. Yes, it's the correct answer. Give them a big round of applause. Okay, moving on to T3. Here is your question. Which country declared a state of emergency after a recent volcanic eruption in its southern region? Options are A, Greenland, B, Norway, C, Iceland, and D, Sweden. Your time starts now.
A. Greenland.
They opt for option A, Greenland. Let's see if it's the correct one or not. Sorry, the correct one is option C, Iceland. Alright, moving on to team 4. Here is your question. According to the World Happiness Report, which country has been named the happiest for the 7th consecutive year? Options are A. Denmark, B. Iceland, C. Finland, and D. Sweden. Your time starts now. Okay, they opt for option C, Finland. Let's see if it's correct or not. Yes, it's the correct answer. You can see one of those. Team number 5, here is your question. Who was sworn in as Pakistan's 14th president? Options are A. Asif Ali Zardari, B. Imran Khan, C. Nawaz Sharif, and D. Pervez Musharraf. Your time starts now.
B. Imran Khan.
Alright, they opt for B. Imran Khan. Let's see if it's correct or not. Sorry, the correct one is option A, Asif Ali Zardari. Alright, let's get back to team 1. Here is your question. Dash was the first chief election commissioner of India. Options are Sukumar Sen, B. T.M. Seshan, C. Sunil Arora, and D. MZU. Your time starts now. They opt for B. MZU. Let's see if it's correct or not. Sorry, the correct one is option A, Sukumar Sen. Moving on to team number 2, here is your question. Name the first female amputee to climb Mount Everest. Options are A. Arunima Sinha, B. Purna Malavat, C. Ashu Jansenpa, D. Premlata Agarwal. Your time starts now. They opt for B, right? You opted for B. Yes. B, they opt for B, Purna Malavat. Let's see if it's correct or not. Sorry, the correct one is option A, Anurima Sinha. Alright, moving on to team number 3. Here is your question. Who was India's first Chief of Defense Staff? Options are A. General Bipin Rawat, B. General Arjun Singh, C. General Vijay Kumar Singh, and D. General Manoj Mukund Naravane. Your time starts now. Option A. They opt for option A, General Bipin Rawat. Let's see if that's correct or not. Yes, absolutely correct. Moving on to team number 4. Here is your question. Who was the first woman chief minister of an Indian state? Options are Indira Gandhi A, B. Sucheta Kriplani, C. Sarojini Naidu, and D. Mamata Banerjee. Your time starts now.
D. Mamata Banerjee.
Let's see. They opt for D. Mamata Banerjee. Let's see if it's correct or not. Sorry, the correct one is B. Sucheta Kriplani. Alright, moving on to team 5. Here is your question. Who was the first female Chief Justice of the State High Court in India? Options are A. Sayyida Tahira, B. Leila Seth, C. Ruma Pal, and D. Fatima Bibi. Your time starts now.
D.
They opt for D. Fatima Bibi. So let's see if it's correct or not. Sorry, the correct one is option B, Leila Seth. Let's get back to team 1. Here is your question. Which Indian city hosted 11th Bangladesh Book Fair 2023? Options are A. Kolkata, B. New Delhi, C. Patna, and D. Mumbai. Your time starts now.
A.
They opt for A. Wait, time out. It's already time's up. And therefore, we'll skip to the team 2. And the correct answer to that question is option A, Kolkata. Alright, team 2, here is your question. Which Indian city hosted India Internet Governance Forum 2023? Options are A. Kolkata, option B. New Delhi, and option C. Patna, option D. Mumbai. Your time starts now. Option B. Option B. B. They opt for option B. Let's see if it's the correct one or not. Yes, absolutely the right answer. Moving on to team 3. Here is your question. Which flag carrier of India has shut down its 2 data centers and moved its computational workload to the cloud? Options are A. Air India, B. Indigo, C. SpiceJet, and D. Vistara. Your time starts now.
Air India.
Alright, they opt for option A, Air India. Let's see if it's correct or not. Yes, it's absolutely the right answer. Moving on to team number 4, here is your question. On which of the following days does Nagaland observe its statehood day? Options are 1st December, B. 2nd of December, C. 3rd of December, and D. 4th of December. Your time starts now.
A. 1st December.
They opt for A. 1st December. Let's see if it's correct or not. Yes, it's the correct answer. Moving on to team number 5. Here is your question. What was the name of Air India's AI-powered chat assistant to introduce a generative AI virtual agent? Options are A. Skymate, B. Cloud Talk, C. Maharaja, and D. AI Jet. Your time starts now.
D.
They opt for option D, AI Jet. Let's see if it's correct or not. Sorry, the correct one is C, Maharaja. Alright, let's get back to team 1. Here is your question. The process of photosynthesis involves conversion of, your options are A, chemical energy into radiant energy. Option B, chemical energy into mechanical energy. Option C, solar energy into chemical energy. And option D, mechanical energy into solar energy. Your time starts now. Option C. Okay, they opt for option C, solar energy into chemical energy. Let's see whether it's correct or not. Yes, it's absolutely the right answer. Moving on to team 2, here is your question. Fermentation is a type of dash process. Options are A, aerobic respiration, option B, anaerobic respiration, option C, exothermic reaction, and option D, transpiration. Your time starts now. They opt option A. Yes, they opt for option A, aerobic respiration. Let's see if it's correct or not. Sorry, the correct one is so close there. It's option B, anaerobic respiration. Moving on to team 3, here is your question. The elements known as primary nutrients for plants Options are A. Nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. B. Nitrogen, oxygen, and silicon. C. Potassium, boron, and nitrogen. D. Nitrogen, phosphorus, and iron. Your time starts now.
Option A.
Alright, they opt for option A. Computer, please stop. Let's see if it's the correct or not. Correct one or not. Yes, it's absolutely the right answer. Moving on to team 4. Here is your question. What is the normal blood volume in human adult? Options are A. 1 liter, B. 3 liters, C. 5 liters, and D. 7 liters. Your time starts now.
D 7 liters.
Alright, they opt for D. 7 liters. Let's see if it's the correct one or not. Alright, the correct one is option C. 5 liters. Moving on to team 5. Here is your question. Heart attack occurs due to, options are A. Bacterial attack on the heart. Option B. Stopping of heartbeat. Option C. Lack of supply of blood to the heart. And option D. Impairment of heart walking due to unknown reasons. Your time starts now.
D. Impairment of heart working due to unknown reasons.
Alright, they opt for option D. Impairment of heart walking due to unknown reasons. Let's see if it's correct or not. Sorry, the correct one is option C, lack of supply of blood to the heart. Alright, moving on to team 1. Let's get back to team 1. Are you ready? Are you excited for the last question? Second last question? Alright, here is your question. The Mizo phrase duak kai means, options are A. Buaita, B. Zoldo, C. Olsam, D. Murray. Your time starts now.
D is Zoldo.
You opt for B. Zoldo. They opt for option B. Let's see whether it's the correct one or not. Yes, it's absolutely the right answer. Alright, moving on to team 2. Here is your question. The Mizo phrase Tembu so means, options are A. Puanta, B. Inchen, C. Arwalakal, D. Ulum soina. Your time starts now. C. Alright, they opt for option C. Arwalakal. Let's see if it's correct or not. Oh, it's so close. It's option B. Inchen. Alright, moving on to team 3. Here is your question. The Mizo phrase Tithunamin means, options are A. Dacha, Vongcha, B. Nasakakin, Theitopin, C. Thileklek Soina, D. Rimnatak Soina. Your time starts now.
A.
They opt for A. Dacha, Vongcha. Let's see if it's correct or not. The correct option is B. Nasakakin, Theitopin. Okay. And team 4, here is your question. The Mizo phrase Riabu Ting Fong means, options are A. Ting Lako, B. Mei Tua, C. Munnatur Siam, D. Du Tui Lo. Your time starts now.
D. Dudulo.
D. Du Tui Lo. They opt for D. Du Tui Lo. So let's see if it's correct or not. Yes, it's absolutely the right answer. And team 5, here is your question. The MZU phrase ngôi thèm chồng means options are A. Ngôi chết chết soi na, B. Chồng răng soi na, C. Rim taka chồng soi na, and D. Chồng rồi soi na. Your time starts now.
D trong rồi.
Which one? Option D. Chong Zoi Soi Na. They opt for option D. Let's see if it's correct or not. Sorry, the correct one is option C. Rin Ta Chong Soi Na. Visual round question number. Pasapira Tansuan for team 1 here is your first question. Options are A. Salam, B. Selukhan, C. Zawlbuk, D. Thingsir. Alright, your time starts now. D, B, Selukhan. They opt for option B. Let's see if it's correct or not. Yes, it's absolutely the right answer. Moving on to team 2. Here is your question to the visual round. Alright, you have to name this picture. Options are A. Lasai, B. Hui, C. Ladin Lek, D. Virthli. Alright, you have to, your time starts now. They opt for A side. Let's see if it's correct or not. Sorry, let's see the correct answer. It's B. Hui. Alright, it's B. Moving on to team 3. Here is your question. Let's see the picture and you have to answer from the options. Option A, Pondum, B, Ponpui, C, Tolokwan, D, Mar'a. Your time starts now.
C.
They opt for option C, Tolokwan. Let's see if it's correct or not. Yes, it's absolutely the right answer. Moving on to team 4, here is your question. Alright, you have to name this picture. Options are Doron, B. Empai, C. Dabzar, D. Siksil. Alright, your time starts now.
D.
D. You opt for option D. Alright, let's see if it's correct or not. Yes, it's absolutely the right answer. Alright, moving on to team 5. Here is a question to the visual round. Alright, look at the picture and name it from the options. A. Mar'am, B. Ngodekher, C. Wanropui, D. Pondum, Wandu. Alright, your time starts now.
B.
They opt for option B, Ngodekher. Let's see if it's correct or not. Yes, it's absolutely the right answer. Well done, everyone. Starting from team 1 again. Right? Are you ready? Take a deep breath. Alright, here is your question. Alright, here is another picture showing options are A. Thun, B. Paiko, C. Emping, D. Doron. Your time starts now. A. Thun, they opt for option A. Let's see if it's correct or not. Yes, it's absolutely the right answer. Give them a big round of applause. Moving on to team 2. Here is your question. Look at the picture and you have to pick the right answer from the options. Option A, Pondum, B. Ponchial, C. Zolpuan, D. Mar'am. Alright, your time starts now. They opt for option C, Zawlbuk. Let's see if it's correct one or not. Sorry, let's see the correct answer. It's D. Mar'am. Alright, moving on to team 3. Here is your question to the visual round. Look at the picture and name the... You have to pick the correct name from the options. A. Tanpura. B. Sitar. C. Ektara. D. Ridangam. Your time starts now. Alright, we opt for option B, sitar. Let's see if it's correct or not. Yes, it's absolutely the correct one. Alright, moving on to team 4. Here is your question. Options are option A, Ponswak. B, Puan Laitat. C, Puan Dialchial. D, Pondum. Your time starts now. They opt for D, Pondum. Let's see if it's correct or not. Yes, it's absolutely the right answer. Alright, team 5, are you ready? Here is your question. Alright, the options are Ridangam, and B, Tapla, C, Nagada, and D, Dhak. Your time starts now. B, Tapla. Alright, opt for B, Tapla. Let's see if it's correct or not. Sorry, the correct one is option A, Ridangam. Alright, you all are done very quite well, and we are about to start the optional round. Alright, we'll start the optional round. Okay, your first question for the optional round is: which Constitutional Amendment Act of India reduced voting age from 21 years to 18 years? Your options are A. 60 Amendment, B. 61st Amendment, C. 62nd Amendment, D. 63rd Amendment. Your time starts now.
D.
D or D?
D.
D. They opt for option D, 63rd Amendment. Let's see if it's correct or not. Sorry, let's see the correct one. It's B, 61st Amendment. There will be a minus mark in this specific round. Alright, your next second question. Team 1. Again, team 1. Yes. Alright, here is your second question, team 1. Anti-defection law is given in which schedule of Indian Constitution? Options are A. 9th schedule, B. 10th schedule, C. 11th schedule, and D. 12th schedule. Your time starts now. Ninth schedule. They opt for option A. Let's see if it's correct or not. Sorry, let's see the correct option. It's option. The correct option is B, 10th schedule. Alright, let's move on to team 2. They opt for history. Alright. Are you ready for the question? Alright, here is your first question, team 2. Aurangzeb was a good player of which among the following instruments? Options are A. Tapla, B. Veena, C. Ridang, D. Pakhawach. Your time starts now. Already time's up. So let's see the correct option. It's B, Veena. Alright, get ready for the second question, team 2. Alright, here is your second question. In whose times the Mughal Empire reached its territorial climax? Options are A. Akbar, B. Shah Jahan, C. Aurangzeb, B. Bahadur Shah I. Your time starts now. They opt for option A, Akbar. Let's see if it's correct or not. Sorry, let's see the correct option. It's C, Aurangzeb. Not bad. Alright, moving on to team 3. Are you ready for your next recorded question? Yes, you'll be having 2 questions as well. And here is your first question. They opt for polity. So here is the first question. Article of the Constitution declares, Article 1 of the Constitution declares India as, options are A. Federal state, B. Quasi-federal state, C. Unitary state, and D. Union of states. Your time starts now. D. Union of states. They opt for D. Union of states. Let's see if it's correct or not. Alright, that's absolutely the right answer. Give it a round of applause. Alright, get ready for the second question. Here is your second question. Which of the following amendments is also known as the mini constitution of India? Options are A. 42nd Amendment, B. 44th Amendment, C. 46th Amendment, and D. 48th Amendment. Your time starts now. Alright, they opt for option A, 42nd Amendment. Let's see if it's correct or not. Yes, it's absolutely the right answer. Alright, let's move on to team 4. They also chose the subject of polity. So, get ready for the first question. Here is your first question. The age for retirement of judges from Supreme Courts and High Courts are respectively, options are A. 62 and 65, B. 65 and 60, C. 65 for both, and D. 65 and 63. Your time starts now.
C, 65 for both.
They opt for C, 65 for both. Let's see if it's correct or not. Sorry. Let's see the correct option. It's A, 62 and 65. Alright. Let's move on to the next question for team 4. Are you ready?
Yes.
It's the second question for team 4. Here is your question. Which amendment of the Indian Constitution has abolished the nomination of Anglo-Indians to the Lok Sabha and Legislative Assemblies? Options are A. 101th Amendment Act, 102nd Amendment Act, 103rd Amendment Act, and option D. 104th Amendment Act. Your time starts now. Time's up. Alright, moving on to team 5. Are you ready for the optional round? Yes, here is your first question for the optional round. Which of the following writs can be issued against a private individual? Options are A. Habeas corpus, B. Prohibition, C. Mandamus, D. Certiorari. Your time starts now. They opt for D. Let's see if it's correct or not. Sorry, let's see the correct option. It's A. Habeas corpus. Alright. Are you ready for the second question? Alright. Here is your second question. Who can make laws on any matter in the state list for implementing the international treaties, agreements, or conventions? Options are A. The Parliament, B. The Council of Ministers, C. The Prime Ministers, and D. The Vice President. Your time starts now. Alright, opt for A. The Parliament. Let's see if it's correct or not. Yes, it's absolutely the right answer. With that, we'll finish the final round, and there is still an audience round left. And the audience, are you ready? Yes. Alright, the questions will be given here in the screen. On the screen. Alright, this is the first question to the audience round. Which of the following is the biggest court of appeal in India? Options are A. Consumer Court, B. Supreme Court, C. High Court, D. District Court. Your time starts now. Supreme Court. This one.
Oh, great answer.
Alright, are you ready for the next question? Alright, here is the next question to the audience round. How many schedules does the Indian Constitution have? Options are A. 12, B. 14, C. 16, D. 18. Your time starts now.
12.
Team 1, Political Science, are you ready? Alright, here is your first question. Pro Kabaddi League 2024 winner. Options are A. Jaipur Pink Panthers, B. Gujarat Giants, C. Haryana Steelers, and D. Puneri Paltan. Your time starts now.
A.
They opt for option A, Jaipur Pink Panthers. Let's see if it's correct or not. Sorry, let's see the correct option. It's option D, Puneri Paltan. Alright, let's move on to Team 2, Science, English Department. Here is your question. First question. I am one of the owners of Kolkata Knight Riders. Who am I? Options are A. John Abraham, B. Salman Khan, C. Shah Rukh Khan, and D. Ajay Devgan. Your time starts now. C. Shah Rukh Khan. They opt for C. Shah Rukh Khan. Let's see if it's correct or not. Yes, absolutely, it's the right answer. Alright, let's move on to Team 1 for their second questions. Alright, here is your question. Who is the owner of Chennai Super Kings? Options are Mukesh Ambani, A. B. Nita Ambani, C. Narayana Swamy Srinivasan, and option D. Anand Ambani. Your time starts now.
C.
They opt for C. Narayana Swamy Srinivasan. Let's see if it's correct or not. Yes, it's absolutely the right answer. Alright, moving on to Team 2 for the second questions. Here is your question. The northern part of the Indian West Coast is known as, options are A. Konkan Coast, B. Coromandel Coast, C. Malabar Coast, and D. None of these. Your time starts now. They opt for B. Coromandel Coast. Let's see if it's correct or not. Sorry. Let's see the correct option. It's A. Konkan Coast. Alright, we'll do one more question each. Alright, team 1, are you ready? Alright, we'll start right now. Here is your question. Apatanese are the tribes found in, options are Himachal Pradesh, A. B. Nagaland, C. Sikkim, and D. Arunachal Pradesh. Your time starts now.
D.
D. Arunachal Pradesh. They opt for D. Let's see if it's correct or not. Yes, it's absolutely the right answer. Alright, question. The Indian state with lowest sex ratio is, options are A. Haryana, B. Punjab, C. Uttar Pradesh, D. Arunachal Pradesh. Your time starts now. Alright, they opt for D. Arunachal Pradesh. Let's see if that's correct or not. Alright, it's Haryana. Well done, everyone. Well done to all the participants. And hope to see you all back here again if there is next time. Alright. Thank you for being part of this competition. With that, I bid you all farewell and success in the future. And the results will be declared shortly. Alright, we'll announce the result in reverse order. Here we have the third position goes to Political Science Department. Give them a big round of applause once again for the third winner.
One, two, three. One, two.
Alright, are you ready? Hold your breath for the second position. Here we have Patsuni University College, Department of History and Economy. Give them a big round of applause. And who do you think the winner will be? Alright, the winner and the first position goes to Lalpan Moy and Lalpangay Tuanga.